Good morning, everybody. Right. My name is Parthiv Shah, and I am standing. I think this thing is at the lowest possible thing it can be.
Hey, Parthiv, grab the microphone and hold it in your hand so you can move around.
I'll do that. All right. So, my name is Parthiv Shah. That's Russell Martino. Let's see. I'm supposed to talk about evolving brand strategies post the pandemic. The topic was given to me before Russia decided to invade Ukraine, and problems then surviving pandemic. So can I change the topic of my discussion today? Talk about peace, because peace is necessary for prosperity. How about we talk about that? Let's talk about how we can grow your brand by acquiring entrepreneurial peace. How many people have heard of the term entrepreneurial peace before? So, I like reading, I like writing. I wrote 10 books. If you guys like to read, if you want a copy of my book, let's exchange some information. If I have your address, I'll FedEx you a copy of my book. You can check me out on Amazon. The first book I wrote was in 2014, Business Kama Sutra. Have you heard the book Kama Sutra? So Kama Sutra talks about how to add pleasure to your sex life. And I brought 3 concepts. So Business Kama Sutra is a data science and data intelligence book. It draws parallels between how humans meet, date, and mate, and how companies prospect, pitch, and close. If this is how humanity defines pleasure, and if business is done between humans, shouldn't business be done that way? That is what the topic of my book, Business Kama Sutra, is. It became a franchise, so we have Business Kama Sutra for various niches: dentists, attorneys, financial advisors. I have one for cellular medicine, etc. So I own a company calledelaunchers.com. Hello, Tyler. We grow brands. And I'm a retired soldier from Indian Air Force. I'm a business growth strategist. I own a business growth agency, and my clients are dentists, physicians, lawyers, financial advisors, other professional practices. There are a few friends here that I love, enjoy being with me, and I'm grateful for you guys to be here. Tyler, Russell, thanks for being with me. 2.5 days in March 2020, I lost 87% of my monthly revenue. I got 14 team members. Nobody got fired, nobody got laid off, nobody got their hours cut, nobody got their hourly rate cut, no vendor got paid late. We recovered, we rebuilt, we have grown, and thanks to a rainmaker who is in this room who made it rain. Today I want to talk to you about what you can do when chips are down. Pandemic is not the first thing that happened to you. How many adults in the room, how many people remember Y2K? How many people remember 9/11, Iraq war, Afghanistan war, mortgage meltdown? We never run out of problems. Prompt traumatic impact of adverse economics on our business is not new to us. Yesterday it was COVID. Today it is Russia-Ukraine war. Tomorrow it will be something else. We have to survive. We have to thrive, because you know why? You are responsible for feeding your family, families of your employees, families of your vendors, and families of your vendors' employees. We are the rainmakers who are responsible for not just one family, but all families that depend on us. So we have to win. When we lose, a nation goes down. I won my first 2 award for building one funnel that brought over $1 million in revenue. The second funnel was when we recovered from COVID economics, and I got my second award delivered to me on 2/2/22 for generating an additional $1.5 million from a different funnel. It all started with one letter. Russell, why don't you come on up? I want to introduce you to people. You are the rainmaker who make it rain. So guys, this is the man who owns a pen that has ink that sells. This is Russell Martino. He is my rainmaker, and I'm not here to boast. Russell Martino, guys. Have a seat, man. We'll ask you a question in a minute. Okay. So, what can you learn from the military? I get these questions asked a lot. Whenever I'm interviewed on a podcast or whenever I'm asked to go on stage, people ask me, how did Indian Air Force make you a successful businessman and a better civilian? Indian Air Force taught me 3 things. Where is the sky? Where do you go to work? Where are your clients? Who do you sell to? You got to know where your sky is. Where is your runway? It doesn't matter how high you go. It does not matter how high you go. You have to safely land at a desirable place, because a crashed plane will not take off again. So, most businesses focus on offense. He is a hardcore offense guy. He's a rainmaker. When he strikes, we eat. I am a defensive coordinator for my business. And we're going to talk about offense and defense and how you have to have both. Right, Russell? Where is your infrastructure? Where do you go home to? And who is your enemy? It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how small you are. Somebody wants you to go out of business. Somebody wants you dead. You have to know who they are, and you have to watch them. Because their movement has an impact on your survival. Defense means not just blocking. It is identifying and neutralizing a threat so you have peace. As business owners, we have one mission: peace, freedom, and prosperity. And I believe that entrepreneurial peace is necessary for prosperity. As I said, you are a rainmaker that feeds dozens of families. I'm responsible for taking care of 14 families. So I'm going to ask you, are you at peace with your body? Are you at peace with your family? Are you at peace with your finances? Let's see, is there an agency in the room? Someone who owns an agency? All right. Do you remember your most beautiful, most creative piece of work that you have done? You can think of one thing that comes to mind, right? That comes instantly. And you probably remember the day when that was created. That morning, if you were pulled over, that night, if baby cried with earache, that morning, if you had a fight with your husband, that morning, if you had bounced a check, you would not be at peace, and that would not be your creative moment. Am I right? You see how peace is necessary for prosperity? So are you at peace with your business? Are you at peace with your prospects, your clients, your staff, your employees, your vendors, their staff? Are you at peace with your personal checkbook, business checkbook, personal savings account, retirement account, non-retirement investment, business savings account, cash reserves? Are you at peace? Because peace is necessary for prosperity. So how do we go about acquiring peace? Why does peace matter? I think peace gives you time and space to create positive energy. And positive, creative energy creates solutions for today and tomorrow. When you're not at peace, you are just defending yourself, blocking and tackling against an attack. Even when you are on the offensive, you are seeking somebody's destruction. And when you're seeking somebody's destruction, you're not going to create something that's going to create generational wealth. Usually the brunt traumatic force that you give to somebody, that takes somebody down, cannot be replicated. It will not create anything that will last. You must create and preserve to prosper. So for that reason, peace is necessary. And you know what? Unlike leaders of nations, we spend money to buy peace. We can negotiate for peace. We write a check and most of our problems go away. If you're mad at me, I can safely approach you and say, what would it take for you to no longer be mad at me? What can we do to find a least hurtful solution? We can acquire peace even if you're pissed off at me. No, he's not mad at me. I just randomly picked on him. So, how do you go about acquiring entrepreneurial peace? Look, you can't fix the economy, but you can fix your economics. Here's what we did post-COVID. So let's talk about my revenue model. I get paid for a day of consulting, followed by a build-out. So we would basically strategize what needs to be done and build it out, so we get a balloon payment for build-out and a monthly agency retainer. I was not selling enough days of my consulting post-pandemic. So we went from $7,500 a day to $12,000 a day. I made pre-2020 money from fewer people. Raise your price, somebody will pay. You cannot fix inflation, but you can make more money, right? We can. We cannot win wars, but we can win hearts. How do you grow? How do you grow your brand? From your heart. You can't touch their wallet, but you can touch their hearts. We are marketers. We write the message America reads. Let us make them like us. Be the brand that people want to be with. Show up differently. In today's hostile, uncertain environment, be calm, be peaceful, be the refuge that people are seeking. Let someone come up to you and have fun. Money will show up. Money loves peace and tranquility. Your business is your earth. Your business is your land. And a river runs through your business. And that is the river of money. You are the sun that is shining on your business. Only you have the visibility on your entire land, from the mountain to the estuary. Everybody else can only see what little they see from the bank of the river that they're standing on at the point in their life and in the point in your life where they can see you. They can only see a portion of you, but you have to see the whole thing. And you have to pay attention to every single thing that goes on in your business, because when the sun is not looking at earth, there is dark on earth. So you have to always be looking at your business. Capture data, analyze data, study data. There is a great book that Bill Gates wrote that predates internet, Business at the Speed of Thought. He talks about building a digital nerve system and using it to help you decide what you should do. And then you have to be a rainmaker that makes it rain. You have to be the mountain. So ask yourself, are you a rainmaker? How many people here are rainmaker? How many people have a rainmaker? If you don't have a rainmaker and if you need one, take mine. You can rent them, you can borrow them, you can't have them. He's mine. But anyway, he makes it rain. He is the kitchen in my family. When he performs, we eat. But there is more to business making. What I do is at least as important that you do. And that is building a wide, deep, and long river through my kingdom. He focuses on acquisition. I focus on retention, ascension, and advocacy. Retain the client for an extended period of time. The guy who paid me the most didn't write the biggest check. He just stayed with me the longest amount of time. I have 2 clients. 2 clients. They have been with me for 7 years. When you make several $1,000s a month and someone stays with you for a year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, it adds up. Length and depth of the river is at least as important as the height of the mountain. So this is my job. My wife, unfortunately, she is not with us today. She is home. She couldn't make it to the trip because of her sickness. I think she's on Zoom watching me. This is her area. Remember I said that we lost nearly all of our business and nobody got laid off, nobody got fired, nobody left my company and we recovered and rebuilt? That is because we have systems and processes in place to have business cash reserves that carried us during the dark days of COVID. So when business is good, make large cash withdrawals and have cash, have access to cash. Cash is different than your capacity to borrow, because when chips go down, the first thing you lose is your capacity to borrow. Your best friend is cash. And cash means money that you can access without liquidating anything or borrowing anything. And you need enough business cash reserves to carry your operation. When you have money, supply chain forms automatically. You don't have to call for favor, you don't have to do anything. And at last, you got to keep track of your expenses. COVID changed a couple of things, and Russian war made it worse. And some changes that happened to us in the last several months are going to be here for life. Americans want more money per hour, per day, per week. They want to do less per day, per hour, per week. They want to prosper, they want to grow. And there is going to be non-labor cost rising also. Everything in America is going to be more expensive than the dollar. So whatever you do, get more dollars. Make more money. Increase your price, improve efficiencies, improve your profitability, build a bigger mountain, make money, build relationships that last, add value so more people pay you more money per day, per week, per month, per hour, and they stay with you the longest, and keep track of how you can reduce and minimize your expenses and how you can build a bigger, deeper, larger cash reservoir in your business and personal finances. Just like peace is necessary for prosperity, cash is necessary for peace. So I have a gift for you. I'm not here to boast. I'm a little man. I'm a working class man, just like most of us in the room. I own a small business, and I built a system that helps me grow my company. It helps my clients grow their businesses. 5 funnels, 1 marketing automation campaign. That's what I built for me. That's what I give to my clients. If anybody in here wants to use my machine, my system, I will give it to you at no charge. No strings attached. No salesman will visit you. I don't think I can, but anyway. If you want to meet me, meet parthiv.com. Let's Zoom. Let's party. Let's play. I am at peace. And even if we don't do business together, I have capacity to make you laugh every 8 minutes. I can't do that on stage because I'm nervous. I don't like to speak. I got 6 minutes. I can take questions if anybody wants to ask me a question. No? All right, I pick a volunteer. You ask me a question. You ask me a question. This wasn't rehearsed. Nobody wants to talk? No. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why is this up here if it doesn't work? Sure, I'll ask you a question, Parthiv. So, I know that your primary marketing strategy is to give everything away. And you give away extremely valuable things that you personally, for your business, have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to create and proven year after year, year after year, year after year that they are fully operational, functional, and deliver good results. When someone accepts these gifts, they get your funnels, they get your copy that drives your business, and funnels that are adapted for many of your clients that successfully drive their businesses. So these are functional, fully operational. These aren't like cotton candy gifts. These are gifts that if someone applies, with or without your help, it means nothing. If someone applies, that they can get very good results with. So my question to you is, what prompted you to take this strategy? This is somewhat of a unique strategy. And I'd like to know, and I'm sure everybody out here would like to know, what persuaded you to give away something that you literally have several $100,000 invested in?
Thank you. That's actually a good question. Look, when you're not making money, you're making friends, and you can only build relationship with friends. When you're doing business with an acquaintance, you can take money and run. In order to build a relationship with somebody, in order to start on the right foot, you got to show up with a gift, and you have to share before you sell. After sharing, if they don't engage in a relationship, they will quickly run away. But those who, when you place someone in a space of gratitude, you have elevation of trust. They go from, I will hear you out, to temporary suspension of disbelief, to be willing to fully engaged. So foreplay matters in every relationship.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is based on, you said that you have a couple clients who have been with you for 7 years now. I was wondering what kind of deliverables you're giving on a regular basis to keep them staying around for so long.
Thank you for asking. So we are a marketing agency, and we promise growth. So what we do is we bill monthly, deliver quarterly. So we measure not what we start this quarter, but what we are ending this quarter. See, a quarter in marketing is what? 12 weeks is enough time to start and finish a project, test and see if it's working or not. We are always, see, look, we are building income producing assets. I have 5 funnels that made me $5 million, but I have 485 funnels that no longer works. We are constantly evolving, building market. See, we as marketers are responsible for being in charge of helping them pursue their opportunities and respond to their threats. So we are not project people. We are their infrastructure. We are the runway they land on. Thank you. Was that helpful?
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. You hitchhike on that.
I will hitchhike on that. So that was a great answer, and he does all that. But the bottom line, if you want to retain clients, you have to deliver, and your deliverable, if it's anything other than a growth in their business in some measurable way, you're out. It's pretty much that easy. So how do you grow? How do you continue to help a client grow over time? Well, of course, all the infrastructure and all the other things, which is extremely important. And as everybody in this room is well aware, technology changes like, gee, you had this morning's technology and it's this evening? Where'd you get it, the Smithsonian? But what Parthiv does is there's only several ways to grow a business. You can acquire new customers, that'll do it. You can increase your closing ratio with your prospects, that'll do it. You can look at data, analyze data, and say where are the holes in the bucket and plug those holes. You find diamonds in the database. Most businesses have tons of unconverted leads that they paid a fortune for. You can do that. You can make special offers. You can have campaigns that run every quarter that have measurable results on an annual basis. Those are all the sort of things you can do with your genius and your technology to retain clients and deepen those relationships, and they will love you for it.
Thank you. Before they come and drag us off the stage,